Operation Sindoor live updates. PM Modi holds talks with TriServices chiefs. Armed Forces veterans. India-Pakistan live updates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday met chiefs of Army, Navy and Air Defence Services to review the situation. He also met a group of Armed Forces veterans today and had an extensive interaction with veterans on various issues on the current situation. Earlier in the day, PM Modi dialed the Rajasthan and Punjab chief ministers and took stock of the border situation in both states. In the wake of the ongoing situation, the Gujarat government also imposed a ban on the use of firecrackers and drones in any event or function. As the tensions continue to rise, Indigo announced the cancellation of flight operations to and from some cities across the country including Srinagar, Jammu, Leh, Amritsar, Chandigarh, Bikaner, Dharamshala, Rajkot, Jodhpur and Kishangarh. Pakistan launched a barrage of artillery fire, drone, and missile attacks on multiple locations in Jammu, including a key airstrip, just a day after India conducted strikes against terror hideouts in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Pak. The drones had cameras installed in them and were possibly relaying footage to their ground stations. The Indian air defence systems took out almost all the drones that could have caused damage to infrastructure. India also swarmed Islamabad, Lahore and Rawalpindi with drones, launching multiple retaliatory strikes, and forces shot down an F-16 fighter jet in Rajasthan in an effective response to Pakistan's unprovoked attack in Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab and Rajasthan. India launched precision strikes under Operation Sindoor on 9 terror targets in Pakistan and Pak following the Pahalgam terror attack that killed 26 civilians. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Friday also asked the banks to remain fully alert to deal with any crisis and ensure uninterrupted banking services. She reviewed banking sector operational, cybersecurity preparedness in view of Indo-Pak conflict. A complete blackout will be enforced in Kargil district from 7:30 p.m. to 5:30 am, today on May 9, 2025, said an advisory from District Administration Kargil and District Police Kargil. The administration asked the public to cooperate and avoid any panic. Public shall switch off light and block windows with curtains. Public shall avoid all unnecessary traffic movement at night. Public to inform police control room or civil authorities immediately if any drone or unidentified flying object is sighted, the advisory noted. Meanwhile, other parts of Jammu and Kashmir, including Baramulla, are also witnessing a blackout. All leaves of staff members of AIIMS Delhi have been cancelled following directives from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting issued an advisory to OTT platforms, media streaming platforms, and intermediaries operating in India on carrying content having its origins in Pakistan. Nan tensions flared along the line of control LOC on Thursday as the Pakistan Army initiated unprovoked firing in the Karna sector of Jammu and Kashmir's Kupwara district. Indian Army too retaliated effectively to the firing. Sounds of gunshots and explosions heard as Pakistan resumes arms and artillery fire along the LOC and URI sector. Watch URI, JK gunshots and explosions heard as Pakistan resumes arms and artillery fire along the LOC and URI sector. Visuals deferred by unspecified time. Pic.twitter.com 7 Angrift IP Ani May 9, 2025. Nan addressing on the event Victory Day, External Affairs Minister S.J. Ishankar thanked everyone who have expressed solidarity with India amid ongoing tensions with Pakistan. We also meet at a time when India is confronting the challenge of terrorism, one that is a shared threat to the global community. I thank those who have expressed solidarity with us and understand the resolute response that is underway, he said. Watch Delhi EAM Drive. S.J. Ishankar says, we also meet at a time when India is confronting the challenge of terrorism, one that is a shared threat to the global community. I thank those who have expressed solidarity with us and understand the resolute response that is pic.twitter.com 5x9u6xk2lg Ani May 9, 2025. Nan the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare issued a circular on Friday cancelling all the leaves given to any officer. In view of the impending situation, no leave of any kind, including station leave, is to be granted to any officer except on medical grounds, till further orders. Further, the already sanctioned leave, if any, stands cancelled, and the officers who are on leave are directed to resume their duties immediately, said the circular. Operation Sindoor live updates. Indigo on Friday cancelled flight operations to and from some cities across the country until May 15. Checklist of cities: Srinagar, Jammu, Amritsar, Leh, Chandigarh, Dharamshala, Bikaner, Rajkot, Jodhpur, Kishangarh. How's the Josh? The Lieutenant Governor asked Army officials to boost the morale of soldiers. He received a thunderous "Hi, Sahib." In response from soldiers, Lieutenant Governor rallied troops with a powerful message of resolve and national unity. Our soldiers have just one dream and one resolve: destroy the enemy and its capability to attack Bharat and to safeguard our citizens and Bharat's sovereignty. We have vowed to neutralize terrorists and my message is clear: if you inflict injury on any Indian citizen, we will hunt you down, said LG Sinha. I want to tell the people of JK that peace is foundation of prosperity and our men in uniform will ensure that JK and Bharat is peaceful, prosperous, he added. Operation Sindoor live updates. Army, Navy and Air Chiefs are meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi at his residence. Air raid sirens sounded in Jammu and Kashmir's URI a day after Pakistan's brazen attack on India's western border. Explosion-like noise heard. The Chandigarh administration has issued a call to action for young citizens to join as civil defence volunteers. An enrolment and training camp will be held on May 10, 2025, at 10:30 am at Tagore Theatre, Chandigarh. Citizens aged 18 years and above are encouraged to participate. Appeal to the youth: serve the nation. Be prepared. Chandigarh administration invites young citizens who are above 18 years age to join as civil defence volunteers and support emergency preparedness. Civil Defence Enrolment Training Camp. Date: May 10, 2025. Time 1030. Chandigarh Administration. Chandigarh_Administration. May 9, 2025. NAN Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said that the External Minister S.J. Shankar spoke with the U.S. Secretary of State. Yes, the Minister Drive S.J. Shankar had a conversation with the U.S. Secretary of State. The focus of discussions was the terrorist attack in Pahalgam and the response that India mounted after that on the 7th of May. The Secretary of State shared his thoughts on these developments with the minister. The minister deeply appreciated the U.S. commitment to work with India in the fight against terrorism, and he also underlined the targeted measures that India had taken in connection with Operation Sindoor, said Misri. The minister also underlined that India would firmly counter any attempts at escalation from their Pakistan. The minister had a conversation with the UK Foreign Secretary today. There too, the discussion centered around countering terrorism, for which there must be zero tolerance. I understand just a short while ago. The External Affairs Minister has also spoken to the Foreign Minister of Norway. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said that the killers of Daniel Pearl had connections with the Bawalpur terrorist camps, making the destruction of those camps a justified action. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said, instead of owning up to its actions, Pakistan made the preposterous and outrageous claims that it is the Indian armed forces that is targeting its own cities like Amritsar and trying to blame Pakistan. They are well versed in such actions, as their history would show. Pakistan spread disinformation that India targeted the Nankama Sahib Gurdwara through a drone attack, which is yet another blatant lie. Pakistan is trying desperately to impart a communal hue to the situation with an intention to create a communal discord. Watch Delhi. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri says, instead of owning up to its actions, Pakistan made the preposterous and outrageous claims that it is the Indian armed forces that is targeting its own cities like Amritsar and trying to blame Pakistan. They are pic.twitter.com. On May 9, 2025. The services of the Kartarpur corridor have been suspended amid the ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan. Watch Delhi on whether the Kartarpur Sahib corridor is operational or not. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri says, in view of the existing security scenario, the services of the Kartarpur Sahib corridor have been suspended till further directions. Pic.twitter.com. Jammu on May 9, 2025. Colonel Sophia Qureshi said, on the night of May 7 and 8, the Pakistani army violated Indian airspace several times over the entire western border with the intention of targeting military infrastructure. Not only this, the Pakistani army also fired heavy caliber weapons along the line of control. Colonel Sophia Qureshi said, around 300 to 400 drones were used to attempt infiltration at 36 locations. The Indian armed forces shot down many of these drones using kinetic and non-kinetic means. The possible purpose of such large-scale aerial intrusions was to test air defense systems and collect intelligence. Forensic investigation of the wreckage of the drones is being done. Initial reports suggest that they are Turkish ASIS Guard Songer drones. Some buildings in Punk suffered damages after heavy cross-border shelling by Pakistan last night. Watch video. Watch Punk, JK residential buildings, vehicles in Punk suffered damage after heavy cross-border shelling by Pakistan last night. Pic.twitter.com. Gokul on May 9, 2025. Recounting last night's incident, a local from Jammu Kashmir's Rajouri said, shelling went on from 9 p.m. yesterday to 6 a.m. today. A couple of houses and vehicles have been damaged. We spent the night in a bunker with around 200 others. We have nowhere to go. The government has sent a bus for us, so we are leaving, but we don't know where to go. Civilians were targeted by Pakistan. Watch Rajouri, JKA local says, shelling went on from 9 p.m. yesterday to 6 a.m. today. A couple of houses and vehicles have been damaged. We spent the night in a bunker with around 200 others. We have nowhere to go. The government has sent a bus for us, so we are leaving. https://t.copejs2r3qc pic.twitter.com q0fxxhnt6i on May 9, 2025. Defense sources shared pictures of drone parts recovered after they were shot down by Indian air defense systems last night. Pictures of drone parts recovered after they were shot down by Indian air defense systems last night. Source defense sources pic.twitter.com Flow trolled on May 9, 2025. The Pakistan Army on Thursday night launched nearly 500 drones towards Indian positions. The drones were sighted at 24 locations from Siachen base camp in Ladakh to Kutch area in Gujarat. While the air defense guns destroyed 50 Pakistani drones, 20 were brought down through soft kills. Most of the drones were unarmed, reported Ani. The report stated that the drones had cameras installed in them and possibly relaying footage to their ground stations. The Indian air defense systems took out almost all the drones which could have caused damage to infrastructure, reported Ani citing defense sources. Watch around 500 drones were launched towards Indian positions by the Pakistan Army last night, which were sighted at 24 locations from Siachen base camp in Ladakh to Kutch area in Gujarat. Around 50 of these drones were destroyed by air defense guns, while around 20 were pic.twitter.com 5 Kwan Yi 5 on May 9, 2025. Congress leader Supriya Srinath said, the army has always taught Pakistan a lesson, Whether it is 1965, 1971, or 1999, Pakistan has always suffered humiliation. The country needs to trust the army's courage because it always gives a befitting reply to Pakistan. The country stands in support of the army. We thank the army for the operation in which they destroyed the terrorist camps, and we want to give them this message that the country stands in support of the army. Watch Delhi Congress leader Supriya Srinath says, the army has always taught Pakistan a lesson, whether it is 1965, 1971, or 1999, Pakistan has always suffered humiliation. The country needs to trust the army's courage because it always gives a befitting reply to pic.twitter.com/0mtb4 on May 9, 2025. Nan Lieutenant Governor of JK Manoj Sinha addressed the soldiers and said, "My brave soldiers, the nation is with you in this mission." Vijay Bhawa, a Sanskrit phrase that means be victorious. Watch URI. Lieutenant Governor of JK Manoj Sinha addressed the soldiers and said, "My brave soldiers, the nation is with you in this mission." AAOEAA source office of LG pic.twitter.com Hakufst 9F on May 9, 2025. Nan Rajasthan Chief Minister Baijan Lal Sharma on Friday chaired a cabinet meeting to review the administrative and disaster relief-related preparations in the state in light of the current situation. Watch Jaipur, Rajasthan Chief Minister Baijan Lal Sharma chaired the cabinet meeting. The Chief Minister reviewed the administrative and disaster relief-related preparations in the state in light of the current situation. pic.twitter.com Vex1So7TMYJ on May 9, 2025. Nan Prime Minister Narendra Modi dialed Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann and Rajasthan CM Baijan Lal on Friday to take stock of the border situation. He also spoke to them about the current situation, preparedness, and planning amidst the tense situation on the borders. Congress leader Pawankar said, "The world has to realize that Pakistan will not improve, they'll not correct themselves. It's important to isolate Pakistan." IMF International Monetary Fund is meeting today. "We have demanded from the IMF that funds should not be given to a country which shelters, protects and produces terror." Watch Delhi on India-Pakistan tension. Congress leader Pawankar says, "The world has to realize that Pakistan will not improve, they'll not correct themselves. It's important to isolate Pakistan." IMF International Monetary Fund is meeting today. "We have demanded from pic.twitter.com YB5GQQGQKK on May 9, 2025. Nan Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu said on Friday that the government issued an alert in the area near Pathankot in the wake of the current situation in the country. "We have told people to be safe and follow SOPs. We will be issuing students of Himachal Pradesh in JK are safe, but if they want to come back, they can do so," he added. Watch Shimla Himachal Pradesh CM Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu says, "We have issued an alert in the area near Pathankot. Because of the incident yesterday, we have told people to be safe and follow SOPs. We will be issuing students of Himachal Pradesh in JK are safe, but if pic.twitter.com 6FWQVHG7KX on May 9, 2025. Nan amid the rising tension between India and Pakistan, Gujarat government on Friday. Taking to X, Gujarat Home Minister Harsh Sanghavi said, "No firecrackers or drones will be allowed in any functions or events in Gujarat until the 15th of this month. Kindly cooperate and follow the guidelines." The Indian Premier League 2025 was brought to an abrupt halt on Friday afternoon. The decision came in the shadow of rising cross-border tensions between India and Pakistan, forcing the BCCI to put the brakes on cricket's richest league for a week. In a statement, BCCI Secretary Devahit Saikia announced that the IPL would be suspended with immediate effect for 1 week. The message was clear: cricket must take a backseat to national security and the well-being of everyone involved. Special briefing by Maya on Operation Sindoor today, i.e. May 9, 2025 at 1730 HRS in Media Briefing Hall. JNB. Former India cricketer Ravi Shastri said that the Indian Armed Forces was leading 1.5 billion people of the country. "I have seen many united outfits in my sporting life, but this is the first time I am seeing a 1.5 billion strong India united take the field, led by our magnificent armed forces and captained by the GOAT, Narendra Modi ji and his government. Take a bow. Jai Hind," he posted on X. Delhi PWD Minister Parvish Verma said that the government has started the installation of sirens in the city and informed that around 50 more sirens will be installed on the high-rise buildings starting tonight. "We will run it in case of any emergency. We can run it from a single command center," he said. According to Delhi airport sources, 138 flights were cancelled to and from the Delhi airport. International arrivals 04, international departures 05, domestic arrivals 63, domestic departures 66. As per India's assessment, between 8 pm and 11:30 pm, on May 8, Pakistan launched 500 small drones to target 24 cities of Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. Amid heightened security concerns, the Union Ministry of Home Affairs MHA has issued an urgent directive to all states and union territories. The centre has asked them to invoke emergency powers under the Civil Defence Rules, 1968, which allows authorities to take fast decisions and make emergency purchases, especially in situations where there may be a threat of attacks or disruptions. In another offbeat remark, Pakistan's Defence Minister Khawaja Asif on Friday again stroked a controversy after he claimed that the Pakistani army purposely did not intercept the Indian drones as their retaliation would have given away the defence positions to the Indian forces. The minister's comments came in reference to Pakistan's Thursday defeat, following India's remarkable response. New Delhi, on May 8, successfully neutralized the 35-minute-long hostilities launched by Islamabad to avenge New Delhi's attack on 9 terror camps. At a press conference in Srinagar, Mufti, who is the chief of the opposition People's Democratic Party PDP in JK, referred to the Pulwama 2019 and Pahalgam 2025 terror attacks and said the events brought the country on the verge of a catastrophe. She also expressed concerns over the military actions by India and Pakistan, saying it is often children and women who are often caught in the crossfire. I saw twins playing at one moment and saw their bodies soaked in blood the next. What is the fault of these children and women who are simply getting caught in the crossfire, she said. Home Minister Amit Shah on Friday reviewed the prevailing situation along India's border with Pakistan and airports in the country amid the military conflict between the two countries, sources said. The meeting came hours after the Border Security Force said it has foiled an infiltration bid from across the international border in Jammu, killing at least 7 terrorists and destroying a Pakistan Rangers post. Apart from reviewing the security situation along the India-Pakistan border, Shah also took stock of the steps taken to beef up security at airports across the country, the sources said. While the BSF guards the India-Pakistan border, the Central Industrial Security Force CISF protects the airports in the country, metro networks, and other vital installations. Latest blogs.